Hey, how's it going, man? Gonna continue reading. I just got out the gym. I took a shower there too. Got my pump on. Took a shower. Uh, oh, and Adam Price on my comments. Thanks for the feedback, man. For that insight, that was awesome. It was really enjoyable to read. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. But now I'm gonna continue with chapter 4. See if we can find some answers. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. She gave birth to Cain. It's the brother who slew Abel, his other brother. And she again bare his brother Abel. That's the one who Cain kills. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Okay. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. Okay, here's this part. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel had also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain, unto his offering, he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. Now, from my understanding, what I was told, it wasn't because Cain, God hated Cain. It was because Cain kind of gave him the leftovers of what he harvested. I mean, I don't know where it says that, but that's what I've been hearing from other people. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. I'm not seeing where it says, maybe in Numbers 18:12, where it says right here, it'll explain it, but so far it hasn't explained it. So, yeah, it hasn't explained it in this scripture. So, okay. But unto Cain and to his offerings he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou dost well, shalt thou not be accepted. And if thou dost not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. He looks like he lured him into the field, went up to him, had a talk with him. Hey, brother, what's up? Let's go talk over here for a minute. Got something to tell you. And then when he had him in the field, he killed him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? It was Cain lying to God. After killing someone, his brother, and killing his brother, now he's lying to God. Let me see, where is it? And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. You can't lie to God. God knows, man. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. He cast them out of whatever, cast them out of wherever they are. Now he's a vagabond. I mean, I believe he starts his own city though, or something like that. And there's like a guy named Lamech, the first guy to have multiple wives, singing a song or a poem about how more ruthless he is. And Cain, we'll probably get to that part in a minute. And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. Okay. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. and it doesn't ever really tell what that mark is, so we don't know what that mark is. I've heard a lot of racist propaganda about this, but don't believe it if you hear it. It's not true. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. Oh yeah, see? He dwelt in the land of Nod, the east of Eden. So he actually did end up somewhere. He wasn't exactly a vagabond. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city. Oh, I see what happened. Enoch is the one who built the city, so Cain is a vagabond. Cain probably wasn't living in the city. And conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son. Oh wait, no, that is Cain who built the city. Cain did build the city, and he named the city after his son Enoch. So Cain got banished from where he was, ended up in the east of Eden, in the land of Nod, and he had his son, named him Enoch, and then he built a city and named the city after his son in the land of Nod. And unto Enoch was born Arad, and Arad begat Mahalalel. Sorry, I'm not good with these names. I'm not good with these names. And Mahalalel begat Methuselah, and Methuselah begat Lamech. Here's the guy. Here's Lamech right here. This guy is the first chauvinistic pig in the Bible right here. Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwelled in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jabal. He was the father of all such as handled the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. Okay, here's a little poem or song, or I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so, and Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my heart. If Cain shall be avenged 7-fold, truly Lamech 70 and 7-fold. That's the little, it's kind of like a little song to how more brutal and lethal he is. He's way more brutal than Cain. He's more of a, probably like a serial killer or something, you know what I mean? This Lamech guy sounds like bad news, man. The first real brutal human being. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said, she hath appointed me another seed instead of Abba, whom Cain slew. Also about Lamech, I've heard people say that who he's talking about in this poem is that he killed Cain. He slain a young man to his hurt. Where he says, behold, thou hast driven me. No. It says, where was it? Lamech said to his wife, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. Maybe, who knows? It didn't really explain, but yeah, I heard people say it. But I mean, it says young man here. Cain wouldn't necessarily be the young man. He's the founder of this city, and Lamech is his son, so it wouldn't necessarily be a young man, would it? I mean, if it was Cain. But I'm kind of agreeing with what I've heard about this being a little poem about how more brutal and more vicious he is than Cain ever was. I think that I'm more agreeable with what this little poem or speech or song is. But yeah. So that's the end of chapter 4. I'll get back to you guys with chapter 5 tomorrow or something. Thanks for listening. God bless. And again, let me know what you think. Correct me if I was wrong on anything. I would deeply appreciate it. God bless.